is a matchup we've been waiting for. Conference rivals who don't like each other very much, and heightened intensity here because both teams come in ranked in the top 10. And welcome to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Oklahoma Sooners. Taking on last season's national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Alabama will kick it off to get us underway. They'll return it from inside the 5. Coverage team flying downfield. Not much gained on that return. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Catch made on the left side. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college.
And he breaks clear down the right side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
With all the film work that they've done to get ready for this game, here we are in the opening drive. They see exactly what they thought they might see based on their film work. It pays off, and this back had a ton of space to show you what kind of speed he has.
And now the try here for the extra point. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks into the clear. At the 30. The 20. The 10. Touchdown. Tied. A tough run all the way to the end zone. What determination.
Well, this is what this running back brings to the table for this offense. He's always one touch away from a huge play. And here he gets the ball, gets some space, and from there, no one's going to catch him on his way to the end zone.
Good job dealing with the footing. BAT is good. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Looking for his big tight end. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receivers. Another good example of it there for the first down. Makes me harken back to guys like Sam Bradford and Jason White, their Heisman campaigns and the accuracy that they threw the football with. Great example of that right here by this OU quarterback.
Second and 10 off the incompletion. Ball to 36 still. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on second and 10. Going for his running back. Grab near the sticks. It's Lawson. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Looking to chuck it again. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 there.
Well, throwing in the rain can be very problematic, but an impressive job by this defensive back to come down with this pick regardless.
One man to the backfield, and he'll get the football. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fix, holding their own with the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Looking for the wide out. The ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Running play goes backwards. Makes it 2nd down and 12 now. They're going to run it here. Finding space at the 20. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be first down from the 14.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
The Sooners are going to cash in here in the red zone. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Coming to the line on 2nd down. This This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This play's really well defended here by the defense. They try to sneak the back out. The defense is aware of it. Not only aware of it, keep him short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. Sometimes those backs can sneak out unidentified. This time the defense saw him and made the play.
Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on 3rd down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. On 1st down, it's play action. Moves out of the pocket. Now takes a hit, but lets it fly. Makes the catch for a huge gain right near the sideline.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receiver. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. The pocket breaking down. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
As the 1st down is still going. They bring him down, but not before gaining 1st down yardage to the 22. Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Running out of time in the pocket. And it falls incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Trying for a touchdown here. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Looking to the end zone. He makes the catch. Touchdown, Alabama.
Boy, an easy throw, an easy read, and an easy catch for the touchdown. I thought the receiver might have to call a fair catch. He was so open.
Extra point try coming now. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. That has been in large part the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. And They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's the offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 25. What's the call going to be? Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long. The defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Trying for a 4th down completion. Tries the right with a quick throw. That one's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, we're just here in this first half, and this defense is all over it. That's their 2nd interception. Good job of pressuring the quarterback, making him uncomfortable, and forcing the ball into coverage.
First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. He's got it near the end zone. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now.
Love to see an aggressive mindset following sudden change. The quick strike here. The defense barely has a chance to even get set up and get established before they have to deal with a big shot taken over their head.
Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown.
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown. He shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
PAT is good, so the lead now is 11. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen. That's good coverage there. Sooners offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one, and an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. He escapes the pocket. On the move, looking deep down the right side. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Another great play by an Alabama defensive lineman. And you just think about over the years, probably the last 30 years, going all the way back to John Copeland on that 1992 Alabama defense. Most recently, guys like Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Quentin Williams. You can always count on Bama having great defensive linemen and difference makers.
Second down now after the sack. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Looking deep for the right side. And that pass is incomplete. No idea who he's trying to throw it to.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. And this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. Can't connect on the long throw. Incomplete. A 4th down stop.
sting. I mean, you can see that this head coach and offensive coordinator, they have faith in the quarterback and the offense to deliver, and you like that. But now, their own defense is going to have to bail them out a bit here.
The game good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Short throw complete to the tight end. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Man, is this guy a tough matchup or what? Not only are you trying to prevent him from making just a catch, but then you got to bring him down to prevent more yards after the catch.
Defense is coming after him. Slides to avoid the big hit.
What a defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. And the back now goes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They finish off the scoring drive. So the offense looking for building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense has shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. Moving around, trying to confuse the offense. Jukes to get free. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. Really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here, trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Second down after that previous play. Looking for a man. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball. First down through the air. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking to scramble. Grab behind the line. It's Boyd. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
And that is always the toughest thing for a defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. The field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Set for the kickoff here after adding to this big lead. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. Linebacker shifting around now. On the move now. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Love the aggressive mindset from the play caller here on first down. Take a shot downfield. One thing is, they're all covered. Nobody's open. He gets flushed out of the pocket, decides to run towards the boundary and gets out of...
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Well, that's now 2 interceptions for this quarterback, and we're only in the first half. This is the exact start this defense was hoping for to create a ton of momentum.
Pressure is coming. Moves out of the pocket. And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a second down now.
I mean, I like this play. I mean, not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The pass rush closing in. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Man, I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive nature get to him.
Grab down the middle. It's Bargava. They make the stop, but it'll be first and 10 now from the 18. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Alabama getting set with a first and 10 now.
Here we go, here we go.
Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's hit as he throws it. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, tie.
Goes with another touchdown. This first half